Hi guys, welcome back. So another thrilling game this weekend. Scotland 35, Wales 7, a rip-roaring second half for Scotland, and when the dam broke, they really cut loose. It was fairly messy and close in the second half, but yeah, in the end, an absolute hammering for Wales, and poor Wales, nothing would stick for them. They look like a new side, because they are a new side. They're going to get better, I am sure, but two big losses going into a big 2-week break, to think about it, is not great for psychology. And also they're on 0 points, not even picking up a bonus point. For Scotland, that's a second bonus point win, so they are equal with Ireland there on 10 points. So fantastic for Scotland, what a start. They'll be buzzing. Let's get into this game, plenty to talk about. And one thing that was better for Wales is their defence was vicious from the start. In the last game, it was only the second half it picked up. It was vicious from the beginning here. No lack of effort at all. And to be fair, the first 5 minutes was equally messy for both sides as they feel each other out until Biggar and Hawkins completely get fooled by Tuipulotu. What a great play from him. His eye says he's going to pass it deep, but then he just pops Jones clean through the narrowest of gaps. I mean, it's pretty embarrassing for Hawkins and Biggar, who got completely sold by that. The Welsh defence, they scramble, and Russell desperately looks for the opening but can't quite get there. They do get a penalty though, 3-0, so Wales will be happy with getting away with just 3 points. On 10 minutes, a real muscular rip from Schoeman launches the Scots again. They threaten to cut loose, and throughout this half, they threaten to cut loose without fully do so. I mean, they want to play at a crazy high pace. I mean, Scottish fans must have a slightly higher blood pressure than anyone else because they're just so exciting, and whatever they do, take the risks, of course. Dyer and Biggar, they make an absolute Horlicks of an easy pass to clear. Give Scotland a nice 22 option. They're banging at the door, can't get over this time again, but as a repeat of last time, get a penalty, 6-0, well-deserved lead. On 17 minutes, it's the first joy for Wales as Adams wins a nice jackal penalty off a grubber through. 5 metre line out chance, the second time they throw to Shinzer in the line out, but the second time the Welsh line out makes an error. That was a bit of an issue all game. In fact, their coordination as a team was pretty much a bit of an issue, just not quite good enough. They will get better, like I said, but in this game, couldn't click enough together. And on 19 minutes, it's a messy crossfield kick from Biggar, but actually Adams rescues it somehow with a kick and chase of his own, wins another 5 metre opportunity, scrum this time, and it feels like Wales need to come away with points, but then a complete unforced error as Biggar brings up his offside line in the scrum too far. Just a horror show start for Biggar, similar to last week. Is he going to pay the price and actually get dropped this time? I had him dropped in my selection video. But yeah, a shocking first 20 minutes for Biggar and Wales. On 21 minutes, Scotland's attack marches Wales back. They look really dangerous, but that ruck, goodness me, it's fiercely contested by both sides. Rafael snaffling this time, but they're both super quick on that. And if you're a second late to the ruck, it does get stolen. I'll make a note, just a minute later, Dylan Lewis, with the hands of a digital clock, drops it dead. They just can't get anything right. But from the resulting scrum, there is a penalty to Wales. And I'm just writing down at this point 6-3 to Scotland. So, Wales peg it back. But no, Biggar hooks the ball horribly wide. Just an absolute disastrous start. Maybe he needed hooking off the pitch. I don't know. But anyway, possession, that hasn't been a problem for Wales. And possession and territory, I think, was pretty good for Wales. But they just can't convert. Ritchie with the jackal on 25 minutes this time. And like I said, both sides might need to reconsider resourcing the ruck a little bit more because, it's getting stolen at any chance. And it just feels like Scotland are the more dangerous side, but they need some more territory, some more sustained attack. They get that sorted in the second half. On 28 minutes, a silly penalty from Wales, lifting the leg in the maul. No need for that. And then an outstanding cover tackle from Dyer prevents a wide try for Steyn. I mean, goodness me, Dyer is absolute lightning quick. Really likes getting stuck in. Steyn denied that time. Yeah, that was good. But 5 metre maul this time. Turner breaks and barrels over and surely must score. Or is he held up? No, he just manages to muscle the ball down. So Scotland do get their try, which they deserve for their attacking intent. 13-0. Yeah, I think it's a deserved lead. Then on 32 minutes, Rio Dyer, who's probably been Wales' best player, takes an unbelievable leap to regather their own kickoff. Then quite a big moment. North dips low. Turner catches him high. It looks like it's a yellow to me, but anything can happen these days. But it is a yellow. Can they take advantage? 5 metre maul for Wales. They play safe this time in the line out. Hit Jenkins at the front. I think that's a good call. And clearly it is, because they score 13-7. Good kick from Biggar this time. They really, really needed that. And then just a funny note here. With Turner off, Richie has to throw one line out and actually wins a front ball line out. So good for him. So that yellow card, that's brought Wales right back into the game. They try and make the most of it. Cuthbert surges close. Biggar ships on to Dyer, who must score. But he fumbles the ball. Huge moment there. Like I said, in this first half, if Wales had executed a bit better, they could have been right in this game. And at the beginning of the second half, Wales know they've got a chance before Scotland are back up to 15, and they attack with more confidence, but they just can't execute. This is the turning point of the game. I wrote here the cliche of the next score is vital applies, and then on 44 minutes, again, a complete butchered chance for Wales, this time a line out where no one jumps. I mean, that's just the worst. Scotland burst down the other end with Kinghorn, who came on early for Hogg, and had a really good game in attack. Kinghorn, he gallops away like a horse. Nice kick from Russell forces Wales right back after a good position. That's a bit of a killer. Both sides are pretty frantic. I wonder who's going to calm down and execute. Then it's Scotland with a huge carry from Gray. Gives Turner a great chance to score. He bounces up off a tackle, not held. Dives over the line, but loses this ball. I mean, both sides at this point really need to focus and just retain the ball. Lots of silly penalties and errors, but it's compelling. And goodness me, Scotland just don't die wondering. Russell just wings it wide at any opportunity, but fortune favours the brave, and good skills, of course. But Van der Merwe goes thundering up the left. Goodness me, he's like a galloping horse, him and Steyn on the two sides. Scotland are simply desperate to score, and the ball pings everywhere, but it bounces their way. Scotland get a penalty, and it could be an easy 3 points, but they don't do that. They go for a big 5 metre maul. Another penalty, another 5 metre maul. Wales tackle for their lives. Can they convert? Yes, they can. It's amazing from Finn Russell. Attacks the line, flip out the back of the hand. Great take from Steyn. Good try, 27, and that is the breaking of the dam. It could have gone either way up to that point, but that really signals Scotland bursting into this game. And I was thinking at this point, well, if Scotland take a 3-point penalty, they go 2 converted tries ahead, that would be pretty good. Ridiculous of me to think that. Russell just pings the ball around now, spraying it about everywhere. The pace of the game is 100 miles an hour. And as Scotland pour forward, it's a yellow for Liam Williams, just for repeated penalties. Twice he's been yellow carded, Williams, but a bit harsh there because it was just repeated penalties. That was the easy 3 points they could have had, but they are a man down, and Scotland don't do easy 3 points, do they? They go to a 5 metre maul. Steyn is in 20 metres of space because, Wales only have 2 back 3 on the pitch. Russell and Steyn spot this. Good crossfield kick. Steyn dives in out wide. That's probably the winning of the game right there. 25-7. And then there's a 5-minute period on 62 minutes where Wales have some good pressure and they simply must score to get back in the game. They take a scrum off a penalty. There's a big blindside, one less back on the pitch, but they go through some phases. Rhys Carey hits a gap, but Fagerson just dislodges the ball. Huge play, then a turnover from the resulting ball, then a scrum penalty to Scotland. That's a big play in defence for Scotland and the winning of the match, I think. And then 10 minutes to go, it's just party time for Russell. Well, I think that's probably all the time, to be honest. But anyway, he pings another audacious crossfield kick to Van der Merwe. Liam Williams comes flying up and completely mistimes his tackle. Van der Merwe goes galloping down, feeds the equally galloping Kinghorn. Try time, 37, and it's turning into a hammering for Wales now. Just dangerous stuff for Wales. They're trying super hard, but they can't make anything stick, and that is the bonus point, which equals them on points with Ireland. Now, where's Wales' big attacks been all game? Well, on 73 minutes, they probably have their best attack, where they actually vary their lines of running off the line out, off the rucks. Rhys Webb breaks a bit, hits big runners like Carey. Carey powers over, but he's held up. Wales just cannot get a break. And again, for the second game, the Scottish wingers have been absolutely terrifying. As a pair, probably the best 2 wingers in the Six Nations. And as you'd expect, Scotland just go searching for more points, playing sevens, throwing it around. It's kind of bobbling about, but is breaking their way. More penalties against Wales. 5-metre maul, big maul, rolls in field nicely, and Russell just goes with a beautiful wristy buzz pass over the top. It's Matt Fagerson out wide. He's been great both games for Scotland. Gets a deserved try in the corner. 35-7. Then just to epitomise Wales's game, they have a good thrust at the end with some decent attacking phases, but good defence from Scotland. They snaffle the ball at the ruck to get a penalty, and that's the game. 35 points to 7. Huge win for Scotland. They will be buzzing for these 2 weeks. Wales will be on a massive low for these 2 weeks. What did you make of the game? What did you make of the players? Can Scotland win this Six Nations? Can they beat the likes of Ireland? What can Wales do to get better? Comments below, and I'll catch you next time.